You should read a lot. Actually, you should read a lot. You should every day make it a habit to read. Actually, then about at least 50 pages a day. New book, not the same book. Okay. Every day, actually, I did like that when I was young girl of your age. Every day I used to write 25 lines of my own. Anything, my own. Like I went to the market, I saw these things, I came back, I helped my mother in the kitchen, like a diary. In our time, we had a diary. Today, that concept of diary is not there. So every day I have to write diary, and you can't write a story every day. So 25 lines every day I used to write. For several years, it improved A, my handwriting, B, my communication skills. So every day if you read, that helps you a lot to understand somebody's difficulties. Second thing is you should be a very sensitive person. If some beggar is on the road, and if you are not sensitive, then you don't even bother. The most sensitive human being ever produced was Buddha, who was a prince, saw someone was suffering and became a monk. Other was Jesus Christ. He saw people are suffering from leprosy, and he gave up his life to give them medicine or to help them. People who are sensitive care for others. But nobody can become a Buddha or a Jesus Christ. That is the highest point. We are all normal people. Care for others, be sensitive, absorb the relevance, and do read every day. That makes you probably a writer. But initially what you write you should not publish. Just write it and keep for some time. The reason is, when you are 16 or 18, your ideas are not matured. They are not practical. When you grow older and see so more difficulties, actually people who see a lot more difficulties can write better because they know what is in somebody else's mind. If you are always, you have always money, you are always successful, then you may not be able to understand people who are not successful, what is their mindset. So you have to undergo all these difficulties to write better. And that is the reason I spend about 5 days in a year, just to understand what people feel. 5 days in a year, what I do, in a temple, I wash vessels. I don't do any other work except washing temple vessels, cooking vessels, etc., and cleaning the floor 5 days in a year, because it makes me to understand how a poor man lives on such job and what are their aspirations in life. Once in a year, I travel by local bus for 2 or 3 days. Okay? Otherwise, I will never come to know. I'll be insulated from people because the kind of facility I have, I'll be insulated from the real world. It should not happen. And once in a year, or maybe twice in a year, I go by second class without reservation. Because I should know what life it is for common man. If you don't understand what is the life of a common man, you will never be able to understand their difficulties. It seems Henry Ford's granddaughter, you know that story, I suppose. Henry Ford's granddaughter was in a school and the teacher told, write something about poverty. She did not know what to write because she was Henry Ford's granddaughter. She came back and wrote. There was a couple, they were extremely poor, they had only 5-bedroom house. They had a car which was only 1 year old model. They had only one cook and one driver. With that poor condition, they continued for some time. There is nothing wrong in her because she has not seen what life is. So I would tell you, you must experience difficulties. You should mix with people, understand what they feel. And this is what life we lead is not a real life. Understanding someone's life is also equally important. That makes you a better writer.